Hi, this is Father Louis Scurti with our third segment on Girl Gang. It sounds like a little hoodie kind of group, but then far from hoodie. This is a group of women who came together during COVID, and if you've participated in our segments before, you know what it's all about, but here you're going to get more information. And Dana, who is a physical therapist by occupation, brought that background into this movement, you might say. And I think people listening to this will be inspired to start their own girl gang.
There are several girl gangs that branched off from this. Yes.
So you've started a franchise.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
That's great. You got to be
I don't know the people,
your
but
business manager, maybe your daughter, business major could put that franchise together.
Right.
Okay, and we're talking about hiking, basically. We talked about some of the places you've went to, including Machu Picchu, and I'm going to hit a few more states later. But what did you have to do to get all this together, like the physical preparation, what to carry in your backpack, and what to wear on your feet?
Definitely a learning curve. And the only advice I could say is don't cut corners when it comes to gear.
Okay.
Because you're only as strong as your gear. If your gear fails you, you're going to fail.
Okay, what would be in your backpack for gear?
For gear, a really good rain jacket. You know, there are rain jackets, they call them rain jackets, but will they really, it's
drenching.
Okay. So, we were camping one day and we were, you get kind of bored at camp, just hanging around. So we decided to test everyone's raincoat.
Oh, that's
great. So we filled water in our, and put the raincoats on, and we just tested. And so we have our favorite jacket. And now we all have, we have a little bit too much time on our hands. Yeah.
So did everyone pass?
No, not every jacket passed.
Someone
got wet. Yeah.
Wow.
And, you don't want to be out there. I mean, hypothermia, wet layers, you can't just turn around and, change or whatever. You're in the middle of nowhere or go home. Exactly. Right. So
once your van stops, you start the journey.
Yes.
Okay. So it's in a car park, or where?
Yeah, a trailhead parking lot. You park the car or park the van.
Yeah.
And we just bring our backpacks. We make sure we have enough water, but we do have water filters just in case, and we know where the water sources are on the trail just in case we run out of water and need to find water.
That's something to look forward to.
Yeah. So.
And is that your job? The planning?
Yeah, I yes.
The mapping.
Yes. The mapping is my job.
So
yes.
you're a cartologist besides everything else.
Yeah.
And what other preparations did you need? Any auxiliary assistance, people?
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Input?
So when our group was smaller, we hiked the Catskills every week. Monday was our day. So in the Catskills, which is about 2 hours from where we live in New Jersey, there are 35 peaks over 3,500 feet.
Oh, interesting.
So that's how we started training and getting, because they're short and steep. So you get a quick elevation gain in a short amount of mileage.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful up there. It's still our favorite. We always say
Catskills?
After everything, we're like, we still love our Catskills so much.
Wow, that's great.
So 3 of us completed the Catskill 3,500, and which is completing all 35 peaks and repeating 4 of them in the winter. So, I mean, you're talking a lot of snow up there, ice.
Yeah.
We had, bushwhacking, which is off trail.
Right.
So you have to find your way to a canister at the top where the highest point is on top of these mountains.
Interesting. A canister.
A canister. It's like in the Catskills, little orange, metal box almost that hangs in a tree.
Okay.
That, it's a logbook that you made it to the top. So you have to find that on those. Yeah, so
top of Mount Everest, you signed up.
Yes, yes. So we had a guide from upstate New York who lives in the Catskills help us and teach us how to use ropes and do mountaineering. We don't rock climb, but there's bouldering involved and rock scrambles a lot.
City boy.
So a rock scramble is just a series of rocks that you might have to climb.
Oh, okay.
It's not like you don't need ropes, and it's not rock climbing you would see.
So you need gloves?
No, you don't need gloves.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah, unless it's cold out. But, you need to just kind of crawl up these rocks. Or.
Did anyone ever look at something like this and say, oh, I ain't going up there?
Oh, yeah.
And did they?
Yeah. Yeah, we got him up. Yeah, we got him up there. Yeah, yes. I mean,
I don't see
especially,
anybody
you know, some girls are afraid of heights, you
being
know, and
demure,
looking
right?
down. Yeah. So, yeah, we got him up there. But there have been
the
some hairy
guides were
situations.
important?
Yeah, so we had Mo from Hike On Guides up in the Catskills. I highly recommend him. He's patience of a saint. I mean, we're a lot of girls, you know, and he helped us so much. And thank goodness, because we found ourselves in a hairy situation one time. He taught us ropes, had it the week before, and then we were without him a few weeks later, and the ice, it was a warm day, so it melted, but by the time we had come down, it became like very, very thick ice.
Wow.
And we wear micro spikes or crampons, and we have trekking poles and all that, but we needed to rope off and to climb down these, like,
Interesting.
this ice. And if Mo hadn't taught us that, we could still be out there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so. Wow, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So
you learn a lot.
exactly. You
Yeah.
learn how to live
Yeah.
off the land.
Yes. Yes.
Interesting. Did you ever find anything to eat on the land, like berries, things like that? Because
Yeah.
again, I'm a city boy.
Yes, for
I
sure.
buy berries in the market.
And the more, you know, you're out there and identifying different plants, you know, there's things that are like spinach and lettuce and berries. We were in the White Mountains of New Hampshire hiking Mount Washington, and we had a great guide from the Appalachian Mountain Club. And there's little berries, they're little white berries, and they taste like a white Tic Tac. It was like a mint.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were collecting all those and eating those along the way. Yeah. It's fun.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
You've learned a lot.
A lot. And, you know, you hear terrible stories, you know, and a lot of times it's because the people are not prepared.
Oh, you're right. You need to be prepared.
Right.
Any of your family members ever come?
I could sometimes get them out
That's one of our family members
laughing right now.
Listen, we'll let that ride.
Just coughing.
There's a door in case you want to cough
Yeah,
outside.
exactly.
And cover your mouth.
Yeah, we still are in a semi-pandemic.
Yeah. So, family members.
Yeah.
She didn't come.
No, she didn't come. My oldest, Olivia, who just got home from college, she came and did the Connecticut High Peak.
Whoa.
So what happened was we started doing these when we were a smaller group. And now that there's a bigger group, some of the girls have to go back and do them. They're trying to catch up.
Oh, interesting.
So,
like check them off on the list.
We check them off. We check them off. Yeah.
Could you show me your jacket again?
Yeah,
Because
so-
you have little red dots
Yes.
on some of them. Now, did you put these red dots as it happened, or?
Well, this is a map that we got offline that we
Yeah.
just had like screened on, I guess.
Right.
But this is exactly where the high points are. So you could see when I map, I find a lot of red dots that are in one area.
Oh, that's great.
And
That's
try
great.
to hit
Right,
numerous
right.
high points at the same time.
Excellent. And how many states so far have you covered?
21.
And your
21.
goal is all of us.
We're gonna go for all of them.
That's great.
We're
And a
gonna
little
go for all
extra.
of them. Yeah, we read a book called. There's a woman in the 1950s. She was the first woman to hike the Appalachian Trail. She's inspiring. She was 65 years old when she hiked the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine. Grandma Gatewood. And we actually, when we went to Ohio and did the Ohio High Point, she's from Ohio, and they have a Grandma Gatewood Trail there.
Gatewood.
Gatewood.
Grandma
Yeah.
Gatewood.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a great book.
Oh, that's
She's
fantastic.
inspiring. So we always say when we're, you know, if Grandma Gatewood could do it,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
could
we
do
could
it.
do it.
You know,
That's
she did it in
great.
tennis shoes. She made her own little stitched backpack. She slept around a shower curtain in the middle of the woods every night. I mean, she lost her glasses. She was blind. I mean,
Whoa.
an amazing story. So we're always like, if Grandma Gatewood. So we were lucky enough to go to
So
Hocking
she was
Hills.
your patron.
Yeah, she's right, exactly.
Role model
She's
and patron. That's great.
Yes.
Any religious experience come out of this?
Oh, for sure. I mean, this is God's country. This is what he made for us, you know, and I feel so blessed that I'm able to live it, see it, and be a part of it. I mean, there's only one being that could make this beautiful world.
Right.
And
Beautiful.
and it's God, and you feel God along the way.
That's great.
You
That's
really
great.
do. And the higher you climb, you feel closer to him. And it's just beautiful. I mean, sunrises and sunsets and we always say there's no really bad weather, it's
just weather.
It's just weather, so it's all him. And that's where the state mottos come in. Because God
this
is a
important.
big part.
I want to hear those state mottos.
Yeah, so every state has a state motto, and a lot of them are based around God. And we read about the state before we go. We watch a show, Ariel, that's on Nat Geo, which gives like an aerial view.
Oh, a lot of preparation.
So we read about the state, we read about the economy, we read about what's going on politically.
Sure.
In the area. We're really researching the area, the state, and then taking away from it,
What an education.
Yeah, it really it's been an amazing journey.
In the field.
And it's not about the final destination. Yes, getting to the top is great, but the journey, the walk along the way.
Fantastic. Did you ever encounter any dangerous situations, either by nature or people?
Once in the Azores, a really weird man. Those are islands off of Portugal. They're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and a lot of people don't know about them.
Yeah.
They're Portuguese islands. Once there, little, but you use your intuition, and
good.
if something doesn't feel right, it's not right, and change the situation.
Good.
So that's.
Did the whole group go to the Azores, or just?
That was just 2 of us on that trip. Wow. So it's
So this has been going on pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, smaller group pre-COVID, but what's happened during COVID is the miracle piece of it.
Yeah, I mean,
it really is to get this many women. Everyone thinks we're going to come out in like a cat fight. Everyone's expecting that there's going to be a spectacle with 12 women in a van. It's, I don't think they're rooting against us, but they're shocked when they hear it went off fabulous, and we're planning the next one. And that's we're doing Tennessee, Klingman's Dome at the end of June. Which is in Great Smoky Mountain National Park, which I love.
Beautiful.
And that's where bears will come into play, and I will definitely have my bear spray.
So there's a bear spray. Tell me what that is.
Yeah, it's just a deterrent, if you happen to get too close. But I did read an article that your thumbnail, if the image of the animal is bigger than your thumbnail, you are too close.
Oh, okay.
So back
off.
Yep.
Okay. And
back away.
It's their land.
It's their land.
And you're a visitor.
Yes, we are the visitors. Exactly.
That's fantastic.
We did see a rattlesnake. That was a little scary.
Nobody died.
No. But we learned that you stomp, cause vibration. They don't like that, and we're 12 people. We're a lot of women, and there's a lot of chatter. We have our quiet moments, but there's a lot of talk. So. We scare away a lot of things. We don't really see much. They're not.
That man in the Ozarks would have been.
Yeah, we were only 2.
Azores.
Right, exactly.
That's fantastic. How many states so far?
21.
And of those 21, what was the most outstanding experience?
I feel like Texas was an experience because we grew as a group together. The weather got really bad really quickly.
That's the picture with the snow.
With the snow, yeah. So it was whiteout conditions, and it just got a little hairy with the weather, and it got very cold very quickly, and we had a lot of cold people, and we love to take our group picture at the top.
You have to do that.
But we couldn't. So like the people that were up and waiting for the second group to come up were getting cold, just hanging around and sitting there. Right. So they had to start hiking down. But then as we were leaving, they came up and we did get the picture.
Good. I saw that. Yeah, that's good.
We did
with
get
the snow.
With the snow. Yeah, but as a group, we grew from that. Like, what do we do in those situations? And we figured out we could Photoshop. We could Photoshop. We could get our group photo no matter what.
21st century.
Yeah, exactly. So it's,
You're not there, pretend to be there.
Right, exactly.
When you were at your destination, did you communicate back home?
Oh, yes.
Cell phones,
yes.
I presume? Or?
Cell phones, yeah. We pretty much checked in every day.
Okay, good.
A lot of these places you don't have service at all, too. Yeah. So we carry paper road maps. I still go to AAA and get my paper maps because you get out there, you can't get a signal, you can't plug in where you have to go next, and,
Fascinating.
then you're stuck. So
someday I'll learn how to use them.
yeah.
I get my triptychs, but when I
Yeah,
travel.
right, the triptychs,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
That's fantastic. What was if you look back, the most important thing that you experienced or took with you or just experienced? What was the most important thing? I like what you said about God and creator of all this. That's beautiful.
The most important thing? I mean, I think the most important thing is getting everyone safely off the mountain.
Okay.
That
Good.
for sure. Like
Good.
when we're all back in the van, recapping what happened, it's a lot of like, that's the most important thing,
Excellent.
because
Okay,
we have our
safety.
families.
Yes.
Safety is always first.
Yes,
Safety
yes.
first. Yeah.
Yes.
We're not reckless. Some people think, you guys are crazy. What are you doing out there? No, everything is very well
And
planned,
well informed.
well informed. And if we can't handle it, we will get a guide in the area.
Good.
Someone with more knowledge to teach us so we don't find ourselves in a situation.
Right. Okay. The next segment that we have, I want to talk about your background as a physical therapist coming into this, okay? Because I think it's interesting. Your occupation sort of inspired your area of interest and hobby. I guess it's not a hobby now. It's
Right.
It's an avocation.
Right. It's a job now. No.
And I want to be when your husband comes with you. I want to watch that one too.
Yeah.
This is Father Louis Scurti with Dana Costello, and she's one of the Girl Gang members that hike all over the country and are still hiking within our borders and outside our borders. And I thank her dear mother-in-law who hosted us today
Yes.
with a delicious lunch.
Yes.
And she's right here in the audience. Hi, Barbara. And thank you for joining us. And Dana's information will be online. It's Dana Marie PT at gmail.com. But we'll put that up. And any questions, you can gear them toward me or Dana. Pass them on. God bless you. Thank you for joining us. We have another segment coming. Tune in. This is Father Louis Scurti with Friends of the Word. God bless you.